In the quiet corners of the world, from the sun-scorched lands of Africa to the humid jungles of Asia and the serene backyards of Europe, a silent danger slithers unseen. Snakes. In the shadows of our gardens, farms, and homes, they slither, silent, cold, and unpredictable. For some, they are sacred. For others, symbols of fear. But what if nature itself has given us powerful allies to keep them away? This is the story of 7 natural warriors, plants and substances that snakes cannot stand. Let's journey into the Garden of Protection. Lemongrass. It smells fresh and citrusy to us, but to snakes, it's pure chaos. Snakes have an incredible sense of smell, not with their nose, but through their Jacobson's organ, located on the roof of their mouth. Lemongrass releases a strong scent that overwhelms this organ, making it unbearable for them to stay around. In Asia and parts of Africa, farmers plant lemongrass around their homes and barns, not just for flavor or tea, but for protection. Fact: the oil in lemongrass contains citral and geraniol, compounds shown in research to be effective insect and snake deterrents. Number 2. Garlic. Garlic has been used for centuries, not just to cook, but to protect. The strong smell of crushed garlic irritates snakes. It masks the chemical trails they follow and disorients their sense of direction. In India, crushed garlic mixed with water is sprayed along fences and gardens. In rural Nigeria, garlic is burned near farm sheds. Why? Because snakes would rather crawl miles away than slither past the scent. Fact: a 2011 study published in the Journal of Environmental Science identified sulfur-containing compounds in garlic that repel reptiles effectively. Number 3. Marigolds. To the untrained eye, marigolds are just pretty flowers. But to snakes, they are warning signs. The roots of marigolds produce a pungent chemical compound called alpha-terthianol, which affects nematodes and other soil pests. And this chemical is irritating to snakes too. Their scent and dense growth act as a double barrier. Strong smell above, root defense below. From backyard gardens in the US to farms in Kenya and Thailand, marigolds are more than beauty. They're bold defenders. Number 4. Clove and cinnamon oil. This is not just for baking. Clove and cinnamon oils, especially when combined, form a powerful snake repellent. Why? Because these oils contain eugenol and cinnamaldehyde, irritants to the sensitive receptors in a snake's body. When they come into contact with the oils, their skin reacts and they flee. In the United States, the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, even recognizes these oils as safe and effective snake repellents. Sprayed around doorways, garages, and yards, they create an invisible wall, keeping you away from uninvited reptiles. Number 5. Onions. You've cried while cutting onions. Now imagine what it does to a snake's ultra-sensitive senses. Like garlic, onions contain sulfur compounds that snakes find unbearable. The smell interferes with their Jacobson's organ, throwing off their sense of smell and direction. In many cultures across Africa and South America, onions are planted alongside food crops to deter not just pests, but snakes. Fact: studies from agricultural journals confirm sulfur-rich plants like onion affect reptilian behavior and movement. This makes them a great choice of repellent from the sneaky creatures. Number 6. Mother-in-law's tongue, otherwise known as snake plant. The name says snake, but snakes hate it. Mother-in-law's tongue, also called sansevieria, grows upright with sharp-edged leaves. Snakes avoid dense or vertical plants like this because they don't feel safe slithering through them. They prefer open, ground-level cover. This plant is common in Africa and Asia, used near windows, compounds, and even graveyards to keep snakes away. It's low maintenance, needs little water, and can grow almost anywhere, from deserts to humid regions. A natural barrier and repellent all in one. And last but not least, neem, the bitter guardian. The neem tree is called the village pharmacy in India. Its leaves and oil have strong antibacterial and insecticidal properties. But for snakes, neem is bitter both in taste and scent. Some villages in East Africa and South Asia boil neem leaves, pour the water around their homes, or scatter dry leaves in storage areas. Snakes avoid neem-treated zones because the bitter oil clings to surfaces, creating a long-lasting scent that repels them. Fact: according to a 2013 study in the Asian Pacific Journal of Tropical Biomedicine, neem oil exhibits strong biological activity that affects insects and reptiles alike. 7 defenders, all natural, all powerful. You don't need poison. You don't need traps. You need lemongrass, garlic, marigolds, clove and cinnamon oils, onion, mother-in-law's tongue, and neem. These are not just plants. They are barriers between your home and danger. Whether you live in the dense rainforests of Asia, the savannas of Africa, or the suburbs of Europe, the earth has given you protection. Use it and let your garden become your shield.